So Luigi, how do DAS equipment manufacturers like CommScope reduce PIM in an indoor environment?
So how you can see here in the infographic, we found out that even a single dB of uplink sensitivity degradation caused by PIM can really reduce the coverage provided by the network by 11%. If you think about that, that's a huge degradation. The next thing also, this means that the mobile terminal will have to transmit a higher power in order to reach the base station in the uplink path, and that, as a consequence, will generate additional interference for the adjacent sectors. That is really a major issue. So what we can do as an industry in the DAS space to mitigate or to solve this issue is, first of all, to introduce some installation best practice in the DAS deployment. It means that specifically the section between, the DAS remote unit, which supports today 5 bands. So that's where you have all these mixed signals, which are then combined into a single connector, and that connector is hooked up to the passive network of components like coupler, tappers, or splitters, and so on. So what we can do is to make sure that that connector is probably torqued, so using a torque wrench, for example, with the right strength. And another thing that we have done is, as a company, we have introduced a new passive product line with much higher PIM ratings, which means NEC 160 dBc, as you can see here in the infographic, and that will give you the additional 7 dB of margin in order to cope or to mitigate the PIM issue. So basically, in summary, is the more bands you have, the more frequency you have, the higher is the chance for having overlapping PIM frequency terms, and the higher is the margin that you need in order to mitigate that issue. So the 7 dB additional margin definitely provide a higher degree of protection for high quality DAS network.
And Luigi, just in closing, tell us about your role at CommScope and more about your expertise.
Well, I am product line manager for the Americas region within the distributed coverage and capacity solution group of CommScope. And I have a strong R&D background, and definitely I'm very familiar with the PIM issue, and I investigated this issue since a long time.
Good. Luigi, thanks for your time today.
My pleasure. Thanks to you.